second look at something that I've already reviewed, in this case another set of art supplies, and just to give you an idea of the quality of the art supplies themselves, and obviously my skill as an artist, not that good, I've actually used these particular, the contents of this particular set to draw this. This is a representation of Bamborough Castle. It's not entirely accurate as some of the items that you can see aren't to the correct scale. Some of the buildings I've taken liberties with. This particular tower is a little too long and it's missing certain details on the top. But this was just an exercise more than anything else. And anybody who knows anything about Bamborough probably will recognise the angle in general. It's a fairly classic shot of a fairly well-known castle. It gets used a lot. If you're a fan of the Transformers movies, Transformers 5 The Last Night is going to have some scenes set here. Okay, so you might want to go look for it. It's quite a nice place, I know it quite well. It's a place I like to visit. It's actually my favourite castle in the whole of the UK. That said, I haven't visited every castle in the UK, although I am a bit of a nut on the subject. I do intend to actually go around and visit every single castle we have throughout all of the UK. That's England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. I think there's some small castles on some of the Channel Islands and whatnot. Have to double check that sometime. But I'm just not going to hark on about my desires to improve myself here. I'm more going to talk about this particular kit. So, I think I've got it upside down. Or do I? No, it just didn't actually have anything on it to identify it. But that said, compared to a certain other kit that I've reviewed more recently and re-reviewed more recently, this has done a much better job. Okay, I'm still using quite cheap, nasty paper. It's computer printout paper. It's a big, cheap pack that I bought from the supermarket. But in general, you've got two copies of every colour. Okay, rather stingy on the blue, although you can mix it with this to make quite a nice water effect I found. Okay, that's actually a combination of the two there. And then there's a variety of darker blues and whatnot. I haven't used all of them, but what I have used the most are obviously the oranges, because, okay, it's a beach and the stonework itself tends to have sort of orange hint to it, so this is the best I could do with my limited skills and my limited knowledge on the subject. I'm still trying to learn and improve, but in general, it has worked quite nicely. One thing I'll mention straight away is this had exactly the same style of pencil sharpener as the other kit I've reviewed. Seems to be just a standard design, probably several decades old to be honest. Now when you first get these pencils, they're all cut in a rather peculiar way. Okay, they've got sort of triangular cut to them. The whole length of the shaft extending onto the actual nib is actually done in a sort of triangular fashion. So when of course you do end up putting them into the sharpener, it ends up making it round compared to what it started off as. Come on, auto focus, I'll just put my hand there, that'll be it. So you can probably see that a lot better. So of course the pencil sharpener ends up making it go round. And you don't get quite the same result as that. This may arguably be a better result, so it might be one of those cases where you just really need to have some sort of penknife or something to actually sharpen the edges that way. But yeah, they still do quite a good job. I'm very impressed with the actual results that I've gotten here. I haven't even tried moving this out, but let's just see. Yeah, that's actually quite securely stuck in there. There's another kit similar to this where you get exactly the same pencils, but you also get, instead of these colouring in pens, which I have no actual use for myself, so I don't use them. I'm not interested in the glitter effect, which is exactly what this is. This is a sort of glitter pen more than anything else. Oh, those are the glitter pens, and this isn't. This is just more sort of traditional writing pen, so you never know, I might get some use for them in some regards. I just haven't at this point. There is another kit which comes in a black box, and instead of these pens here, you actually get some watercolours. Okay, some brushes, a little bit of a mixing plate, and so on and so forth. I don't feel like I'm anywhere near ready to try my hand with painting and watercolours and stuff like that, so I'm not going to touch that for now. But the pencils that it came with were exactly the same. Why you would combine this and watercolours, I don't know. Some people obviously must do, because there wouldn't be a kit like that if people didn't do that, and you know, artistic freedom, people will probably do that. These particular pencils here do just as good a job as any other, and unlike the other kit that I used before where the colouring pencils kept breaking on me, these haven't had that kind of problem, and I'm going to put that down, I think, in this case, because they're actually far more secured than the kit was. In the other kit, they were just very loosely packed down. They had grooves to sort of stay in, but this actually gives you something to actually hold them in place. They're nicely secure, whereas the other one, you turned the box around once it was locked and closed, everything was just going to go tumbling around all over the place. But this, as you can see, everything is held down quite nicely. It is. Okay, there's a couple I haven't put down properly myself previously, but this is otherwise in quite good condition. Everything is nicely done. I am very impressed with the results I've had from this particular kit. You might not necessarily get as large a range of drawing pencils as you would with other kits, but you know, you can be versatile. This is more, to my mind, this is more meant for somebody who is wanting to draw at home and colour at home, whereas the other kit I looked at was more meant to be a travelling kit, and you'd probably, in all honesty, get a better result from just having a pencil case, for example. Everything would probably be a bit more safer, but as far as an at-home kit is concerned, this is perfect. Okay, I can't say anything wrong with it at all, except it doesn't give you any kind of rubber, no erasure of any sort. Bit of a bummer, but you know, you can get plenty of those anywhere. Well, I'm going to end this now. I guess I'll see you when I see you.